Hello guys, welcome back to another video. And today we're doing history of Turkey from the 1800s to now. So let's check this out. So this is Serbia and Romania declaring independence. Yeah. That's Bulgaria and the southern area. That's Austria-Hungary gaining Bosnia from the Ottomans. And the UK gaining Cyprus. So it's not good. And this is like the Egypt. They take Egypt and then they take so they only have Libya, the last land in Africa. So the Greeks tried to attack Crete, which is a tiny little island, but they didn't. Red. This is the revolution in 1908. It just proves how bad life was in there. I'm not sure what that means. Oh yeah, Bulgaria declares independence. This is Libya, and this one they lose their last land. It's because of the Italians. Look at this. We're killing them. You can't be fighting with swords, okay? Let's fight them. I just peacefully take over Libya. Oh, this is the second Balkan war. This is what that is. I know. Oh, this is so bad. They're not winning that much. They pushed them back. They pushed them back to Albania. Back to Serbia. And then Serbia. The bayonet at the end of the day. And it's going to keep again. It's just falling apart. Lol, like that. Now they don't know what to do that. This is the second one. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, this was the during World War I. So the alliance joined the Central Powers. It's only because they got ships in the end. They attacked Russia. God, what's the deal with it? Next time, finally. Fighting in the snowy winter of Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia is very hard. Really standing. That's Amrina. Oh no. If you know what's happening, you know. This was a mass murder where they just killed Amrinans for no reason. Incredibly stupid. This is when Britain takes Kauai and that front opens. this one's like in Egypt, British Egypt or something. I don't know. Oh my goodness. But this is the one thing. Winston Churchill plans to attack Gallipoli, but it doesn't work. So this is look how much troops are there. From France, Australia, New Zealand, they fight furious. When one dies, drop another one. They're not gonna win. Not gonna win. Look, the soldiers are happy. They're like, oh man, and they're like, dude, get us out of here. We're dying. It's not gonna work. They retreat. Very big mistake. Look how much dead bodies on the side. They stake their shame. So they're attacking. They're going up and then they come down. Push it. They want their land back. They're losing. Yep, they're rushing. They're pushing back. Looks like they were going now. So this is when this guy called T.E. Lawrence from the UK started like a revolt with the people from, you know, the Arabias, and yeah, it's kind of working. They want independence, basically. Just come back and they then push back again. Okay, this is the Soviets, man. This is the fight. They're like, wait a minute, we want independence. We don't want your stupid regime. And so they fight inside the country, keeping them out of World War I. And while they're gone, they can go back to war. So this is when the Russians lose Kasuka, which is basically Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan. And Turkey picks it up. Okay, it's there. The British are trying to help. It's not done now. Britain's better. You're locked up, baby. They're pushing them back. Bulgaria surrenders. Bulgaria surrenders 1918. The Ottomans are shocked there. Uh-oh. This is truce of murder, so they retreat to the Black Sea. And so basically are out of order. So yeah, just shoving them back. This was Treaty of Sèvres, 1920. With the Italians, the French, the British, this is when they collapse. So listen, this is a new one. So Greece owns all of this. It's the Italian zone, the French zone, the British zone, and the Armenian zone. This is just what's left. They've taken it all. Yep, bye-bye. Look how weak they are. They're like, uh-oh. All of these guys get it, but Ambrino gets it, which is kind of shocking. I think it's because after the whole incident, they wanted to be fair, so fair enough. Yep, this is the government of Anarcha who declares independence. One independence now. We're gonna reunite Turkey. So this is the guys who own it. So Britain, France, Italy, Greece, and Armenia. All on. Greeks enter Syria. They fight Amrina first. You gotta go with the easy one first. Pushing them back. This is the war when it starts, like 1919, I think. You see, you're gonna kill the person with the arms, so then you can get the arms, and they don't get the arm. They bump into the Soviet Union. This is the treaty, and they split it. So look, there, look, facing up against French, and Russia sends support, like arms, with distraction, forcing. And there's Greece, who is obviously going to be hard to defeat. They're beating them. Pushing them back to America. And then they send arms again. They're really nice for doing that. Really nice. And now there's the Turco-Greek war. Look, the place goes. They're pushing them back. They're winning. They won. They won. I did. So this is when Britain retreats from Istanbul. Right there. No, there's nothing about the Italians here, but I just think that they retreated as well. Obviously. They rip the treaty up. This is the Treaty of Lausanne, so they become independent. 1923. So you see, this is what it looked like back then, and like there's this little bit here, I think. This was getting later. So this is the last Ottoman Sultan who leaves Turkey. Yeah, they're now republic. This is when they industrialize. So replaced with the Ottoman Arabic script. With the new Turkish-based Latin alphabet. Just easier. So they had to do things like secularism, women's rights, abolition of the caliphate. And then he dies in 1933. They take that from French Syria. That's what I was saying. So this is one more of the. So this was 1945, and there's like mutual assistance pact between the Turkey and the Allies. So they were neutral before, and they signed it. They weren't opposed. So this is when the Axis powers are getting overrun. Obviously, Germany, Italy, Japan by the Soviets, the US, the UK, France, all of those guys. There we go. And Germany collapses. So this is when Turkey joins NATO in 1952. Cyprus declares independence of the UK. 1973. So Greek and Turkish communities in Cyprus lead to intercommunal violence. In 1974, Turkey went militarily and invaded the north of Cyprus, establishing it as Turkish state of northern Cyprus. This little guy that you can see here. Technically, you have to get rid of that bit of the flag now because you're not the whole island anymore. So this is when someone takes over the government. 1980. So this is the EU memberships negotiations, which happened in 2005. This is the which I think happened recently, like 2011 or something. I don't know. Russia joins the war on the other side. Obviously, Russia's going to crush it. This is 2016, another one, but it was fake. Get out, bro. I'm not waiting. This is the war in Turkey and Azerbaijan. Armenia and Azerbaijan. 2020. Yeah, they're sending bombs. So this is when Sweden tries to join NATO, and Turkey stops them. So the reason for this is actually because some Swedish people burn the Quran, and Turkey is a Muslim country mostly, so that's why. But as of recently, they've let them go. That's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.